What is going on, guys? Sam the Monkey here, and today I'm bringing you the first episode of the podcast series. If you didn't know, I have been trying to make a podcast, and I've asked different questions, I've done different things, but for some odd reason, no one has gave me questions except for the person that suggested it. So, I'm going to read those questions, and then once I'm done with those, I'm going to move to uh, some questions I found on the internet that are common questions for podcasts. So, starting with the the ones on the YouTube channel, if I can pull it up. Okay, channel. Which one was that? Gosh darn it. Posts. Down, 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 down. Oh, first question. Now, okay. So, hold on. Read more. What is one thing you are really passionate about? Well, I'm really passionate about gaming because, well, oh gosh, I almost threw my not threw. I have my controllers on the stand of this. All right. Well, gaming. Um, I'm trying to think of a reason. I mean, games are just fun. Um, there's different topics. I've heard that's good for your brain. That's a good thing. All right, next question. What is one thing you remember? What is what? Oh, I was reading on the bottom one. What is one thing you want the world to hear? Oh boy. Hmm. I mean, be nice to everyone, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Always go for your dreams. I really wish I had someone else on this podcast so I can ask them as well. Um, don't give up hope. Try new things, of course. Think before you speak is a really good one. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic if you can hear that. I'm gonna stop. Think that's about it that I can think of at this moment. There might be some that I can think of in the next episode of the podcast or something like that. Okay. So one of these is okay, I'm going to answer this question first, and then I'm going to explain that why I'm not going to. I can say that one, but I mean, it's really outdated. Anyway, what is a memorable childhood story? Well, um, huh. Well, whenever I was what was it? I think I was like 2 or something like that. I can still remember this perfectly clear. Um, we were heading into a zoo. We were just about to get in line, get our get in, have fun, whatever. Then I started having an asthma attack. My mom and my dad were so concerned about that they were dragging me away from the zoo to go back to the hotel room so I could use an inhaler. And I mean, I remember being on my mom's shoulders, crying and crying as I'm seeing the zoo slowly fade. Um, I mean, I don't know why I can still remember that perfectly clear. Um, Another one that's pretty good is I'm in a small town to where the train tracks are like 2 houses away from my house. So every single time, well, now they're closed, but whenever I was little, trains would always go past and just keep going and stuff like that. And I would always go next to the window because we had like a bay window, and I'd just watch the trains go by and going, trains. Um, don't know why I remember that either. There's a lot of things I remember that's weird. Um, all right. So this next one is a little outdated. So it says, "How is esports going?" So the first season was Ultimate Smash Bros, and I was, um, oh boy, I did pretty bad because it was my first year, and I got 52nd out of the state, I think, or was it just our little area? I don't remember exactly, but I was 52nd for the first season, which was the thing, which was the Ultimate Smash, and then we had another person that was so close to making it into state. Both had 1 life left, and they were both pretty high numbers. If you don't know how Ultimate Smash Bros. Works, don't listen to what I'm trying to say. Um, and because it was like a percentage one, I can't think of the word right now. I'll probably think of it sometime later. Um, they were both really close to winning. Her, the person that was on my team and the opponent, they were so close to winning, and then um, she was playing Snake, and I think, yeah, I think the opponent hit her at a certain position that she could not get back on the map, so she fell, and it was game, and none of us made it to state. Um, that was the only really close one. Sorry to the other people in my esports. But it was pretty. How should I say this? Pretty good for for my first one, but also at the same time, I've been playing that game for a while before esports. Oh, there's a fly. Before esports, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I somehow forgot about it for maybe about a year. Then I switched to from Nintendo Switch Lite to a Nintendo Switch, and it was whenever I first put in the SD card, because I thought I could transfer stuff. Idiot me. Um, I didn't think I was just clicking through because it was a bunch of like the terms and agreements, stuff like that. And I went over the thing that said, "Oh, this was already used by Nintendo Switch. Do you want to delete all the data and restart?" I clicked OK. I didn't realize until the window closed. All of my data on the Nintendo Switch Lite didn't get transferred over to the Nintendo Switch. Not only that, but it got deleted. So I could not go back. And the worst part was there was no going back. And all of that, all of my data just went out the window. Anyway, what's my favorite meal? Oh, 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 oh. I'm sorry, Dad, if you're my dad, if he's listening. Um, my mom makes. Actually, no, no. There's one favorite from each parent. My mom makes amazing beef stroganoff, and my dad, he makes amazing homemade pizza. I can't decide between which one. So I I'm not going to put anything out there, but if they're listening, you two fight over. I don't I really don't know which one's my favorite. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, what makes your life easier? Easy. I mean, speaking of parents, my dad, so we've been working on a project car, and I had no idea about vehicles whenever I first started. Well, not vehicles, but I mean like engine parts, stuff like that. And now that I've been working on it, I've been getting to know my car really well. Um, but my dad has been helping me out trying to get it working again because at first it didn't even start. And now it's running semi perfectly fine. We still don't have a heater in it. Um, I think, yeah. Okay, now that is all of Wit 120. That was all of her comments. Well, questions. Now let's go over to the common questions. All right. Nope, that one's oh. um what's my favorite pastime and why? Hmm. I mean, doing YouTube videos, just playing off camera with different worlds and stuff like that. Playing different games. Um, sometimes playing chess. Listening to music. Watch videos and trending stuff so I can figure out what I can do my next video on, which I kind of hate because there are a lot of bad things going around. Um, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Definitely, definitely introvert, but a lot of my classmates go, well, yeah. Then say my name, stuff like that, and it's like, I'm just trying to be here in the corner all alone. What do you want from me? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, that's a new update. You've been away for a little bit. Press any button to jump back into the game. Okay. Um, just so happened to glance over there at that time. Um, if you had to describe yourself as an animal, which would it be and why? Oh, um, that's a really good question. I feel like it has to be monkey because first, my username for YouTube is Sam the Monkey, and I mean, whenever I was little, I always used to climb trees, climb boxes, stuff like that. Um, that's how I got my Sam the Monkey, by the way. Um, all right. If money wasn't a factor, what would you do with your time? Huh. Ooh, that's actually a good one. Oh, gosh. I feel like maybe go to like some car shows or something. Just see like all these nice cars go by. Classic cars, modern cars, stuff like that. That'd be pretty fun. What's your favorite movie and what does it reveal about you? Hmm. Okay, you guys will have to help me in the comments what it reveals about me because I would have no idea. And my favorite movie, I want to say oh, what's that movie called? The Beekeeper. Think. Oh my gosh, I couldn't think. Um, I want to say that one, but also at the same time, oh, also at the same time, it's kind of inappropriate at some parts, which it's still kind of funny. Um, I mean, it's funny, it's action packed. I mean, not inappropriate parts, but I mean like cussing, stuff like that. Um, I say The Beekeeper, or I feel like some of the older Marvel movies, oh my gosh, I can't think, like Avengers: Age of Ultron, um, Avengers, Iron Man, Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, like those. I feel like those are good because they're sort of action packed, and I'm kind of a nerd about Marvel, so it's kind of cool to see all of those characters and stuff. All right. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Oh, okay. I I have been thinking about this one a lot. I feel like it'd either be absorption, like you could absorb other powers, but that would only be as if everyone else in the world had superpowers. Because I mean, like, absorb, absorb, absorb. Oh wow, I have a lot of powers now. Okay. Um, if not, if everyone didn't have a superpower, it would be cosmic manipulation. Because it can manipulate practically anything, including time itself. From what I've heard, it could be completely different. Um, what was the last thing I searched for on Spotify? Good question. Oh boy, Spotify. Don't drop my controller. I'm going to actually move that. Hold on. All right, open up Spotify. Search. No, I don't want to listen to that. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to do that. No. Get off of my screen, please. Um, last thing I searched for. um, Johnny went down to hell. So I've been looking at a song by Thomas Mack, and it's a song where the devil went down to Georgia. That whole entire series, the devil went down to Georgia, devil went back down to Georgia. Those. I mean, I listened to those. Those were pretty good. And then I saw this guy, Thomas Mack, and he was listening. He was like, "Oh well, what if Johnny died? What would happen then?" And then he explained. Well, he does it in a song, but he explains that Johnny went down the hell after old age took his life. Because I mean, oh well. Um, then Johnny wanted to face the devil again because he wanted his soul back, and Johnny the devil said, "Well, you could do that, but if you lose, I'll take Georgia as my prize." So it goes into a whole entire fiddle battle, like the first and second um, devil went down the Georgias, and then Johnny wins. He gets brought back to life on Georgia, and happily ever after. All right. What would you do if you won the lottery? Oh, depending on the lottery, because if it's like $20, not much. But if it's like a very big lottery, like a couple million or something like that. First, I'd probably buy more car parts um for my oh my gosh, I can't think. Oh my gosh. Project car. Oh my gosh. I was thinking like to do car. No. Um, I'd get more parts for that. Um, huh. I'd probably buy like one of those nice cars, like a sports car or something like that, to just go down the freeway or something. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that because there's a speed limit. Um, but I feel like I'd do something like that. Uh, there are a lot of ones I'm skipping because it's like what were you like as a child and stuff like that. A little bit too sensitive. Um, I don't want to answer that because a lot of people in my school um, sometimes watch these, and that just said what is my biggest fear. I'm not going to say that out loud because, well, anyway, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I honestly don't know, to be completely honest. Probably most likely graduated. I'm hopefully not going to fail any um classes. Um, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do after school. Like, I'm probably going to go to college. But I mean, like, I can't think of anything else after that. Like, maybe go into photography or something like that in college. Um, all right. Next question, if I can find one. Oh, this is a good one. What keeps you up at night? Um, boredom, really. Because I'm too bored to do anything. Then I'm too tired to well, I'm too tired to do anything, but too bored to go to sleep. Stuff like that. Um, is there anything else that keeps me up? I mean, sometimes I overthink too much and I can't go to sleep after that. Um, I think that would be about it. I really don't have a favorite quote. When do you one? Whoa. When um. When am I most productive? Sometimes I get in this like cleaning mood, and it's like, oh, that's out of place. Let me fix that. Fixes it. Oh, that's all out of place too. And by the time I'm already cleaned up my room, cleaned up the whole entire house. Kidding, no. Um, felt most productive. I mean, sometimes again, I do get in a cleaning mood, but I don't go that far. Maybe like clean off a table or something like that. Um, that's rare. Kidding. Well, it's not common, but it's not rare. Um, if I could change one thing about your industry, what would it be? I'm guessing it means like podcasts and stuff like that. Um, these AI generated things, new memes. Well, some of the memes are AI generated. Stupid stuff like that. Um, do I have any advice for those interested in your field? Don't be afraid to start recording. If you mess up, you can always restart the recording or you can edit it out. I can't on the PlayStation. No, I lost my place. Um, oh my gosh. Um, any others? I feel like try your best trying to figure out what is popular because I'm sorry. I feel like I made the bad decision because no, a lot of people are into Minecraft, so it's not really a bad decision, but you just got to think of creative ways think to do stuff in Minecraft. Otherwise, if you're doing something that other people do that's basic, like a normal survival world at the beginning or something like that, then I'd say, yeah, wait until you have a lot more subscribers to do that. But I mean, if you're doing something really unique, then I would try and do that as like before anyone else thinks of the idea. And hopefully people will be like, "Oh, yeah, let's watch that. That looks like a good idea." So then they'd watch it and then you'd get more views and then you can don't be afraid to try new games to see if they're good for filming. Then also another good advice is try out the game a little before you start recording because I made that mistake with the dig deeper, the cave digger, because I didn't know that it cussed and stuff like that. I had no idea until I started recording, and by that time I was like, "Oh, well, that's one of the main reasons why I didn't want to do them." And then also, um, oh, what's a good one? Think of what you're going to say before you start recording. Otherwise, your intro is going to be terrible, like mine. Um, your whole entire like idea is going to be off, and it's not going to be fun. Then also another thing is always be aware of if your house has power not power bad wiring, because if it has bad wiring, and like for me example, if someone turns on the heater in this room and also in another room, it's going to kill all the power, and that includes the PlayStation. And whenever I'm recording and just get done recording and then the power goes out, I have lost a video. I think it was like episode 38. I lost that video because it got corrupted. Because it wasn't able to save properly before everything went black. All right, where was I? Um, what is my favorite thing to do? Like puzzles. Um, like I have a whole entire bookshelf just full of like 1,000 piece puzzles, 500 piece. What is that? 300 piece? Yeah, that's 300. Um, I have like all those, like those type of puzzles. Then I have like mind puzzles. Not mind puzzles. Like crosswords and stuff like that. I can't think of the proper word right now. Um, I like to do puzzles. I like to play chess. I like to read comics, kind of. I like to use my imagination because having good imagination is good and then also bad. Um, Good because you don't feel lonely whenever you're alone, and then bad because if it's nighttime and you know no one's around and you hear voices and stuff, it's not great. Um, that's how some people, my family, think I'm a little insane. Um, who do I consider to be my biggest competitor? Sunday. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, I really don't have a biggest competitor. I mean, I'm only a small channel with 19 subscribers. So, I mean, I don't have that many people. Um, how do you define success in your field? Good videos that get a lot of views, which I haven't gotten any. Speaking of which, like and subscribe. Um, no, I moved my phone and it went all the way down. Dang it. Okay, there's that one. So no. um, what surprised me most when I first started? How hard it is to think of ideas and to um think of things to do on a Minecraft world. It's very hard. Um, then also what to say, because in the first couple of videos, I was at first really chatty, then I was really silent, and then it just was like a back and forth thing. It still is. Um, come on, stop doing that. Where am I? What is my top strategy for success? Trying new things and hoping that they work. If not, it goes bad. What made me want to start a new podcast? Well, someone suggested it in the comments. Well, specifically, let me go over. Specifically, Witwit said, um, Witwit said, if I can get to it, maybe one where you just talk. I thought that meant like a podcast, which I'm doing right now. So that's what I went with. It could be wrong, could be right. I don't know. How long did it take for me to grow my audience to its current size? Let's see. At 19 subscribers, I've had 52 videos. This is 53. Um, in a year. Oh my gosh, it's been a year? Really? Dang. How long has Oh my gosh. The blooper has was a year ago. Oh. Wow. Anyway, do, 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 do. Um, I have no room to talk in this one, but what is my favorite? Well, sorry, my best tip for content creation. Oh my gosh, let me restart that. What is your best tip for? I've been tired all day. I am so sorry. What's your best tip for consistent content creation? I have no room to talk in this because, I mean, I post very horribly. Um, so I have no room to talk. So, do you have any monetization tips? Um, keep your mouth clean and you won't have any troubles. Um, well, mostly. What is your most successful? What is my most successful episode, and why did I think it went so well? Well, let's see. Uh, that dang, 449 views in total. Dang. Um, my top video was 38 views. Which one was that? It was the one, the modded Minecrafts. I think if I'm correct, that was my first one. No, my second one. So the reason why I think it did so well is because it was the very first one I posted, because for some odd reason episode 1 decided to not work and didn't send through. Then I did episode 2, and episode 2 went out perfectly fine, but episode 1 didn't. And then Justice in the comments said, "Hey, where's episode 1?" I was like, "Oh, episode 1 didn't go through. Okay." Then I resent it and it worked. And episode 1 has 26 views. Dang. But 38 views for episode 2. It was because I think it was because it was my first video. Um what's my favorite recording software? Just the recording on the PlayStation. I searched up recording, well, specifically editing on the PlayStation, and the only thing that came up was an editing software that doesn't really help. I tried it and tried it and tried it, and just doesn't come out right. Um, oh, okay, this is a good one. Top 3 book recommendations for the audience. Um, I feel like I gotta go with Andrew Givler's the Debt Collection series, because I mean it has more than 3 books, so extra credit. Um, but they're basically about Matt, which is the main character. He got his soul stolen by a demon named Dan, and throughout this um, series, he tries to get it back from Dan and figure out how to get it back, or to make the contract void. So he's been through a lot. He's met death itself. Hold on, let me just don't. He's met death himself. He's met some constellations, like as a person. Um, he met the devil. I think in like the third. He met some fae. Um, just different stuff like that. It's a really good book. Well, really good series. It's just at first my mom disagreed with it because soul fraud. It's where a person's soul gets stolen, and she's not totally with that. So it's like a ooh okay. But there's those. Um, what is next for me? Hopefully more episodes. And okay. All right. That is all of them. That is all of the questions. Like I got to the end. Um all right, one last one. Survey says, what did you want to be when you were a kid and why? Hmm. That's a really good. Um what did I want to be? Hold on. I'm just going to double check something. Okay, we have a couple minutes. What did I want to be when I was there? I was a kid. I mean, I kind of wanted to go into content creation. I kind of want to go into photography. Um, I mean, photography and videography are really good ones. Um, huh. And the why is because I kind of liked watching YouTube videos and being like, wow, this is so cool. And it was like, wow. Huh. All right. That is going to be the last question for today. And so, if you guys have any questions for me, leave them down in this comment section, and I will try to post a video as soon as I can. Um, well, I'll try to post a second episode whenever I can, and if there's enough um, questions. And I think any other announcements? I have an Instagram account if you want to go follow that. Um, then I have a Discord my which is on my profile. And it's one of those weird numbered ones. I don't know because for some odd reason the other ones I try and create don't work. But that one is gonna always work. So if you go to my homepage, more, then go into the description, more. I have my Instagram tag, and then I have um, my Discord invite thing, and then yeah. Trying to think of anything else. I got got new headphones for my microphone because so I can hear the audio better. I think that's about it. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe button. Oh, wait. Hold on. Before you click out of this, I forgot to mention, if you look on my, if you look on the screen, I look different. For some odd reason, I don't know why or how, it deleted my, um, my, I can't think, my character. Oh my gosh. But, it deleted my character. So I got to make a new one. And then the stuff started to work. So I was like, oh, yay. So now I look like this with the black eyes, the empty hand on the right, left, and then money on the right, on money leg on the right. I think that's the last announcement. So anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe button, and have a good day.